In order to create or attempt to create a mesh of testudo, I started by importing the combined text file that contains all the points required to create the complete testudo. And then I followed the steps provided to assign the normals, and then use the Poisson Recon plugin to generate the first mesh. The first mesh looks a little funky because I have this weird plane that cuts through it, and then a lot of the points are very kind of bubbly and there's weird blobs. So from this point on, I decided to try and tweak some of the settings or play around with the different settings that I saw to see if I could generate a mesh that looked better than this one. My first attempt was switching from the plane to quadratic setting when calculating the normal. However, you could see that this had very little effect on the mesh that was generated. Next, I tried the triangulation surface model, and once again, it had very little effect on the mesh. Now I started to mess around with just some of the settings of the mesh. And then also, I tried to play around with the value for the octree depth. The default was 8, I tried 6, I tried 12. Those kind of made it look worse, so in the end, just for this preliminary attempt, I just figured the best looking one was the plane setting for computing the normals, and then 8 for the octree depth.